Hi, I'm Eric Cito, and I'm a producer at Marketplace. We're a consumer investigations TV program at the CBC. And one of the big roles of a producer on the show is innovative visual treatments for complicated stories. Our latest investigation was into the global recycling trade, and we did this with one question in mind. What's actually happening to our recycling? There's already been reporting on problems within the industry, so we needed to tell a story that hadn't been told before. It had to be creative and original. So we tackled the investigation in two ways: going undercover as plastics dealers in Malaysia to uncover any potential illegal activity, and testing the supply chain, buying our own plastic, then using satellite tracking devices to see if our plastic really gets recycled. To go undercover, we needed a believable backstory. So we created a fake plastics company called Market Plastics, made business cards with fake names, and the premise: we were plastics dealers looking for new business overseas, and in this case, Malaysia. Most importantly, we had to learn the recycling lingo. And here we are at one of the Malaysian factories talking the talk. We have lots of stuff, but some of the stuff we are having trouble getting offloading is the LDPE, post-consumer. But, the different grades, we can do a combination essentially. The recyclers not only wanted our plastic,
they can start trying with 2 to 4 containers.
Okay.
And see.
Okay. They were willing to break the law in some way to get it, like telling us to lie on import shipping labels.
I don't know. but if the government knew, they would shut it down. Illegal. Yeah. That's illegal. Yeah.
One recycler even admitted to taking kickbacks to import plastic illegally. They pay them to do it.
Yeah, okay.
Good for business.
Yeah.
A little margin. Yeah.
But we uncovered more. We documented an industry often willing to put profits ahead of the environment and its workers.
Cheap labor? Cheap? Yeah, very cheap, really?
The work conditions were not good. Employees without proper protection and potentially toxic work environments. Next, we wanted to know if our recycling actually gets recycled by tracking it. But there was a big problem. Plastic we put into bins is sorted and crushed into bales before being sold off to recyclers. Our trackers wouldn't have survived that process. We were stumped. Then one day, it dawned on us. What if we got the plastic after it had already been put into bales? So we bought 9 tons of plastic, 15 bales, delivered it to a warehouse, then hired a group to install the tracking devices.
They connect with a GPS satellite every 2 to 3 minutes and then show you on a map within 10 meters where they are.
Then we hired 3 companies we knew had ties to the recycling industry to pick them up. But how do you tell a story about computer screens and tracking devices and bring that to life? You find a character, and in our case, a super recycler, and take them along for the ride.
I think that we have a responsibility to do our part to take those resources and renew them and reuse them as many times as we can.
We knew by now where our trackers had ended up. Our super recycler didn't know though, so we surprised her and hopefully our viewers at every turn. One batch of our plastic was burned for energy.
For it to only be used once and then literally burned is crazy.
Another batch was taken to a landfill.
That's just it's really shocking to see this and to hear that, because that's definitely not the story that we're told about what happens to our recycling or why we should recycle.
Almost all of our plastic was never recycled. Now, this active style of storytelling really helped illustrate the problems within the industry, and as opposed to telling our audience about the problem, we were able to show them and reveal to them in an original way what's really happening to their recycling.